Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Real Talk with Ihoma. It's good to have you all here. My name is Ihoma, and on this platform I bring insight and awareness to real life issues that we undergo as human beings and how we can navigate them. Guys, it's actually so hot here. It's about 31 degrees Celsius. I actually have my chilled water. So hot. So if it's hot where you are, get a chilled glass of water and sip while we discuss this very important topic. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about 5 signs of low self-worth. So I mentioned, albeit briefly, in my previous video that I also have the problem of self-worth, and that is why I can totally understand or relate, because I've been there, and by God's grace I have moved way far from that zone. So let's get down into the nitty-gritties. Number 1, it's very difficult for you to take compliments from others. This particular sign is very common among people. So growing up, when I exhibited it, because I saw a lot of people exhibit it, I didn't see any problem with it. Some people even think it's some sort of humility, which is weird actually. When you notice that it's difficult for you to accept compliments from people, then you might be suffering from low self-worth, because what that actually says is that you don't think that you measure up to that particular compliment. So I'll use myself as an example. So growing up, I really didn't used to think I was beautiful, truly, like seriously. I don't know why. So when people told me, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, I'm like, what is this person saying? In fact, sometimes it even made me feel worse, because I'm like, this person is just patronizing me. This person doesn't mean it, because I thought that I wasn't beautiful, and I thought that's what everybody thought. So when someone tells me, oh, you're beautiful, it's like you're mocking me. Do you get? It was that bad. Okay, so still using myself as an example, initially when I didn't even believe it at all, I'll just be like, oh please, I beg, I know you're joking. I won't even say thank you, like I just kind of brush it off. At some point when I started to think like, okay, you know, people are saying this and there might be some truth to it, because I hadn't still internalized it. So when someone tells me, oh, you're beautiful, I'll be like, thank you, but you're so pretty. Like I would totally just deflect that compliment. Yeah, at that point I just felt like, oh my god, this is too much attention. Like I don't deserve this attention. I just want to take the focus off from me, because I just thought, you know, I just wasn't worth it. That's one sign. The second sign that you might be suffering from low self-worth is when you struggle with self-doubt. This second point is actually way more common than we think. Many of us struggle with self-doubt. I, for instance, say for example in class, a question is asked. This was like even in like university, the early years of university, a question will be asked, and I know this answer, but just because I feel like, oh, I'm not as intelligent as those people that are always answering questions, or what if I answer and it's wrong and everybody looks at me? I won't raise my hand to answer or something. I won't volunteer to answer that question, only for the teacher or someone else to answer it, and it's exactly the answer that I wanted to say. I know that many people can relate to this example, but this is just even a minute example compared to like other bigger life-changing examples. Let's say for example there's a particular job that you want to apply for, or you would have loved to apply for, but you just feel like you're not worthy. Like, can you do this? Are you up to? When you struggle with self-doubt, totally, you want to do something but you feel from your heart that you cannot do this thing, you feel you're deficient, you're not even trying to give it a try. Do you get? Yeah, you might be suffering from a low self-esteem. I'm thirsty already. Let me drink some water. The third sign you might be having low self-esteem is actually when you struggle to set boundaries. You know, I have this issue of setting boundaries. Oh my god, that was not even in my vocabulary. You know, let's say if there's something, someone asked me to do something and I really didn't want to do it, I just felt like I don't deserve to say no. Like, how would this person feel? It was always about how this other person felt. Now, don't take this the wrong way. I am all for selflessness, because as a child of God, that's what the Bible commands us to do. But when we read the Bible, it's always good to be very holistic. Remember, the Bible says, love yourself as you love others. You cannot give to someone what you don't have. So if you yourself, you don't love yourself, you're not content with yourself enough to set boundaries, then you cannot help that other person. You can't make them happy. So I actually had this issue of setting boundaries. It was always yes, yes, yes. Even people I knew that, somewhere in my mind, I just knew that this person maybe is not really, I shouldn't be maybe moving with this person, or I shouldn't be doing this particular kind of thing. Or maybe someone does something that is so annoying. I really cannot think of any example off my head now, but there were so many little instances where people just did things that I knew were kind of against my value. Maybe the way they said something, or the way they treated me, and I just knew that this didn't sit down well with me. But I just couldn't come up or open my mouth to say, look, I'm not taking this is trash. Like, no. I was just always, okay, let me just swallow it. Even Jesus Christ, who is our perfect example, he set boundaries. Imagine when he went to the temple, his father's temple, and he saw people buying and selling. Jesus, he came for the sinners, he came for everybody. But why did Jesus get angry and he even used a whip and pursued them out of that temple? That was his father's temple. He knew that there's some boundaries you dare not cross. That was Jesus setting an example of how to set boundaries. The first sign that you might be suffering from a low self-esteem is you're quick to put yourself down. Okay, so I remember when I started taking leadership positions, then in school, I was still fresh. In my high school, I wasn't in any leadership position, and that was because your girl just thought I wasn't a leader. I just thought, this is not me, this is for them, But in university, somehow I started getting some leadership position, and I remember then that I would always be quick to say, this leadership thing, I don't know how to do it. I better go. Like, let me just be following you people, and like I'll be telling this to my friends then who kind of had more experience in leadership and all that. I'll just be very quick to say, me, I don't know this, I can't do this, I've always been a follower. I was always quick to just put myself down, and of course that was coming out from what I thought of myself, and that was because I had a low self-worth. So if you see yourself in that condition where you're always quick to just talk down on yourself, to bring down yourself, and that would even lead to you allowing people to just say any kind of thing about you, call you dons, call you all sorts of names, and you just allow those kind of things. Because the truth is, whatever you say about yourself, it doesn't matter if you're joking when you're saying it or you're serious. That is a reflection of what you really think about yourself. Can you imagine, guys? All this time I forgot to put my microphone. Anyways, it's one of those things. The fifth sign that could suggest that you might be suffering from a low self-esteem is when you are comfortable being the victim. Yes, all of us love some sort of attention. People like to be noticed. That's normal. But when you like to be pitied, when you like people to just see you as the victim and just feel sorry for you, I used to feel comfortable doing that. I remember back in my uni days when excuse me, my son. I remember back in my uni days when I broke up with my ex then, and it was so bad because I felt I was betrayed. I wanted the whole school to hear about it. I wanted everybody to see the bad thing this guy has done and how, I'm the victim and this should happen to me. I wanted them to feel sorry for me and all that. And that's not really a healthy place to be in. It definitely stems from a low self-worth, because when you feel that an easy way for you to get attention is when people see you as a victim, because you know that, people tend to feel sorry for victims and people want to kind of be around you to console you. Yes, they want to do that, but it just makes them kind of look at you as weak, sort of. Yes, because at that point you're vulnerable. It's a different thing if you want to share your problems or your weakness with someone, but not to the point where you just want everybody to see you cry, you want everybody to tell you sorry, you want everybody to feel pity and sorry for you. That's low self-worth. I'm going to give you guys a bonus sign. The bonus sign I'm going to give you is when you don't know what you want. Oh my God, this is so common that I just couldn't leave it out of the list, and I had to give you guys as a bonus sign. When you notice that you are not sure what you want, most of the times you rely on what people want. You want to wear a dress, you can't even decide. It's very difficult for you to make a decision. You want to know the opinion of someone, you want to know the opinion of this person before you can't. You don't even have an opinion of yourself, of your own. You don't know what you want. So that's a very disastrous state to be in, because what it means that your mind is open for anybody to manipulate. And because you don't know what you want, people will easily see that this person doesn't know what he or she wants, and it's very easy for them to feed you with whatever opinion they have. And that's a very strong sign that you have a low self-esteem. That's a very strong indicator which you need to work on. So these are the signs I wanted to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up is very important. Please, it's a way to support me, to just show me that, okay, what I'm saying is relevant to you and is giving you value. So give me a thumbs up. And also, if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe right now. Yes, I mean, I'm giving you 5 seconds. We're all waiting for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you so much for subscribing. So I'll see you guys next week. Until then, bye.